people in the same institutions were saying, you know, they thank God for me because the police used to come there almost every day. And since I've been having these kids, no police don't turn up.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
take them to church. I take them. I give them that respect. I don't talk down to them.
Mm,
You understand what I'm saying? And when they are out of order, we have a conversation.
that's
Some of
it.
them
We
are
talk
so
about it. Yeah.
yeah. It's just a matter of giving that kindness.
Yeah.
Children need to trust us as adults in
Yeah.
whatever capacity we are, whether we are teacher, nurse, caregiver, parents, pastor, educator, wherever position, social worker.
Yeah.
When we come on to children, they must trust you. They must be able to have that conversation and say, if they are hurting, if they're having a good day, you can applaud them. You can let them feel good. If they lack,
Mm.
that's where you come in to give them that support.
You know, what's I gonna say? Like young people, I always say to my young people, because when I get new families, obviously it's always up in crisis, right? And but I'll always say to my young people, you know, if you need to shout it out, you need to cry it out. If you feel angry, show me all those parts. Yeah, I
That's
will
right.
sit with you, because I prefer a child. Adults I have less tolerance for now, right? But for a child that is more expressive and is saying, I'm struggling, I don't know what to do, I'm frustrated, and it's out of the body, than a child that is withdrawn and self-harming or taking drugs or just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
medicate
yeah.
themselves. So
Mhm.
the emotional expression is so important, you know. So
Yes,
I'd
very.
rather you come to me and you shout and you scream, you tell me everything that's on your chest, and whatever's there will look through it. Yeah. and and then
Exactly.
the child that's withdrawn is a child that you have to be like, gently, come on, it's safe to talk, it's
Yeah,
okay, you know, no one's going to shut you down, right? So you have to be nurturing spaces for, you know, for these children, and
yeah,
model, because sometimes unfortunately they don't have that modeling within their own network, you know. um
absolutely,
because, you
absolutely.
know, parents are going through their
Yeah,
own struggles and it's not their fault, it's just life, right? So
that's
they
right.
look they going back to your first point, when you leave home and you send your child to school, that's where the caregiving continues. Yeah. So
Exactly.
if a child doesn't have that at home, if a child has that,
Mhm,
beautiful.
mhm,
It just
mhm,
transfers, you know, into the
mhm.
community. But if they don't have that at home, even more,
Yeah,
you should be noticing the little
that's
signs.
right.
You should
That's
be, you know,
right.
you be checking that child. Does that child look, you know, sad?
Yeah,
Does need a little? Do you need to have a little chat with them? Like, only time
yeah,
takes a few minutes just to connect with people, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, Veronica, when a child leave home, they go to their second home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like their second home.
Yeah.
The teacher in that institution, you are like their parent. You are like a caregiver. So sometimes children go through their own challenges,
Yeah.
and some of them are not able to articulate. They are not able, some of them don't even understand what's going on with them.
Yeah.
So
But
rather than shouting down to them, talking down to them, having your own perspective of them, and your own validation, that kind of thing, find out what is going on.
But Jennifer, if we go back, like to our own childhood, like everything was around a system. You just have to get up, go to thing, respect your parents. You know, there was love, there's food, there's appreciation, be grateful for what you have, you know. But our generations back weren't taught how to talk through emotions. We just had to get on with it, right?
Exactly.
And actually that had a consequence, because when you become an adult, and then you're like, whoa, all this stuff is coming up for me. Like,
that's right.
Should they be my parents? Long question, you know, not even that. I'm blessed with my parents. Sorry, mum and pops, but you know, you kind of notice how much you suppress of the family environment, the community environment, right? Our generation, right? Whereas this generation has got that space to kind of say, I'm feeling this and I need help. Yeah. So a lot of the generations before didn't have that, because you couldn't speak about difficult things. You couldn't go into school and say, you know what, my mum's struggling with her mental health. It was all hidden. You couldn't go into school and say out loud, you know, my dad's a drug user, or my siblings are drug users. Oh no, there's a lot of violence going on. Everything was just so hidden, right? Whereas now, the blessing is, there is open spaces, for we got to look at yin and yang, right? For young people to express themselves. But the only other thing is that platform of social media we didn't have.
Oh gosh.
That's a whole nother level of policing that
That's
needs to
a
happen
whole nother
there.
level. That's it. That's it. That's it. Because really, you know, really, because I keep thinking about these things. Because I remember back in the days, teachers were like nurse, they were like doctor, police, a teacher had so many hats on. When a child was hurting, that child could run to a teacher, miss, my stomach hurting me, miss, my head hurting me, or sir, I just fell down. That was back in the days. I remember when a child was not functioning properly in school. We know that they have the ability. We know they have that ability, but something is missing, and you know the child have the potential. We didn't just leave the child, you know. We would like, we have another teacher. We would sit together and say, I have this child in my class, but Johnny is not doing so well as he used to. And we would sit the child down. Our one teacher would have a one-to-one with the child and say, Johnny, what's going on? And the child would say, miss, I don't have any lunch. I didn't get any breakfast this morning. We would make sure that child eats. That child eats at school. If we notice something is off, we would inquire. We would even, some of us would even go to have an appointment and go to the child's home. And some of we call the parents in and find out what's going on. We were like social workers. You understand what I'm saying? And children, I remember children needed that support then. They still do today. Even so more today, because there are so many distractions, and they're looking for somebody. Imagine that child spending a whole day, and that teacher has been horrible, or teachers, or the people around them have been, the peers, some of their peers are horrible to them. The teacher, the maths teacher, horrible to them. The English teacher, horrible to them. The principal, horrible to them. How will they function?
It's so true.
How will they function? They will build up all sorts of negative things. And
But
then the
even the way they
angel,
talk to themselves, because if everyone around, you know, it doesn't happen to everybody. It's only a small percentage, right? That this bullying happens. But if everyone tells you how you're not good enough, you're naturally going to be feeling you're not good enough, you know?
exactly, exactly. You
Yeah.
know, I remember the first school I taught was a basic school, and the principal was a Christian. I wasn't in the church then, but we always have devotion. We always have devotion, and she would call our teachers. We'd be like a family. We'd be like a family. Right now, I'm just, right now, it's like I'm going back in that space. Yeah, she, I'm telling you, sometimes we have somebody. I remember when I was going through, I was having some trying times. I was in a situation. I remember even one day I was very ill. I was very ill. And she called me and she said, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" And I said, she said, "You're not feeling well." I said, "No, I'm not feeling well." And she said, "No, you're going to the doctor." And she asked another teacher to take me to the doctor.
I see. That's love
Yeah,
and care, yeah.
that's right. And that's how, and the teachers adopt. Yeah,
Mm.
and we would see little Johnny and what have you, and little Betsy. And if they're not, we didn't just leave them.